It's 2020. Are you ready to fail your New Year's resolution? What's good, Yubto? Welcome to Piles of Smiles, where we bring you smiles and piles. I'm August, and this is the first video of 2020. And I kind of wanted to try something different. I do a lot of pop videos, or I've done pop videos, but I kind of wanted to get into doing something else. So we're going to go ahead and give this a try. And the first thing we are going to talk about today is Pokemon Direct. It dropped this morning, January 9th. So this video will be up tomorrow, which is the 10th. And dropped January 9th about 9 o'clock this morning, and they pretty much discussed upcoming Pokemon news, which first thing they introduced was a new game they're going to be coming out with is a dungeon crawler called Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Now, I've never played the old versions. I never played blue and red versions of this game. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest, until I seen this, and I seen a lot of people talking about how they used to play it and they still have it, and they still have the guidebook to it. I mean, it looked interesting. It was kind of dope. I personally am gonna grab it. It looked fun. I like games where it just, kind of like nonsense and you just run around and you kind of just don't have to do a lot of thinking, and that's what it looks like. You can just run around and play, and you don't have to do anything like crazy. So I mean, it seemed interesting, like I said. So I'm gonna grab it. Most likely, even if just add in my collection, especially. I like to collect stuff, so I'm probably gonna get this. But what I was excited for was the expansion packs for Sword and Shield. So the expansion packs, they're gonna be dropping the Island of Armor, which is coming out on June 2020, and then the Tundra, the Crown Tundra was going to be dropping fall of 2020. So both packs are going to be $30 a piece. They're going to include new and old Pokemon. They're going to include a new legendary Pokemon. So for the Island of Armor, you're gonna get Curb-Fu. I guess you go up under some apprenticeship in the dojo, and he gives you, the dojo master who trained Leon in Sword and Shield gives you this legendary Pokemon called Curb-Fu, which you can evolve into Urshifu. And depending on whether you play depending on whether you play Sword or Shield, it gives you two different styles. So if you have Sword, you get the Fighting Dark type, and then if you have Shield, you get the Single Strike and Rapid Strike. Sorry, it's a Fighting Dark Pokemon type, and depending on whether you play Sword and Shield, he evolves into a Single Strike and a Rapid Strike style. So I think the Single Strike is for Sword, and then the Rapid Strike is for Shield, if I'm not mistaken. And then he also has a Gigamax form, which again transforms depending on whatever game you play. And then for Crown Tundra, the legendary is Calyrex, which I'll be honest, this Pokemon looks like he means business. He or she looks cute as hell, but looks like it means business. Also including new Gigamax forms for the 3 starting Pokemon, so that's going to be included in the expansion packs. You'll have new clothes. Here goes the Dungeon Master for the Isle of Armor. He gives you the Pokemon Curb-Fu. And then also included, you got new pickups. You got old new Pokemon. I think they added like 200 new Pokemon that you can capture. They're gonna bring on old Pokemon that you can capture. There was a I seen they showed Bulbasaur and they showed Squirtle and Bulbasaur in Gigamax forms. Or they showed their final version, Blastoise and Venusaur, in Gigamax forms. So that's gonna be dope. Also, if you don't want to make the purchase of the expansion packs, there's going to be an update where you can still trade with people who don't still trade with people to get the new Pokemon. So you don't have to necessarily buy the packs to get the Pokemon. You can still do it through trading. So if you have friends, or you can link with people that can hook you up and give you the Pokemon without you having to pay $30 for a expansion pack, why not, right? Or $60 because each expansion pack is $30 a piece. So you're pretty much gonna be paying for another game. If you know some people who hook you up, you could save $60. Also, there's an update for co-op. So there's a co-op feature coming for the Crown Tundra. There's gonna be a co-op feature where you can play with other people in that game. And then there's actually a live update today that gives you a glimpse for the new expansion pack. So I guess once you update today, you update the game, yesterday. So the update came out yesterday. You update the game, you go to Wedgehurst Station, meet a new character who appears in the game. First expansion, Isle of Armor, which is slated to release in June. The character you meet will differ depending on which version you play, and will be a new rival you face off against in the expansion. Sword players meet Clara, a poison type trainer, while shield players encounter Avery, a psychic type player. So that's live right now. That update is live right now. So you can go ahead, and if you haven't, go ahead and update your game and do that. But I mean, I'm excited for it because, to be honest, the Pokemon as it is now, I mean, I like it, but there's moments I can't play it for too long. You know, it's just me personally. I'm in like maybe an hour and a half in at a time, and then I gotta go to something else because it just kind of gets a little like for me. So I'm hoping that this update gives it a little more juice, gives it a little more pizzazz, and kind of keeps me engaged longer. But tell me what you think. Let me know how you feel about the updates. Let me know whether, if you're excited for them, or if you're gonna just find somebody to hook you up with the new Pokemon, which I've thought about it. Finding people to trade with just to get the newer Pokemon from the expansion packs and save myself $60. But yeah, let me know what you think. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the CSE was on the 5th. So CSE was on the 5th. If you are unfamiliar with CSE, I think it was a Consumer Electronics Show. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. A second. Yeah, okay. So it's the Consumer Electronics Show. So CSE 2020 dropped on the 5th of January, where pretty much all these companies, they come out, they release concepts and new tech. One thing that kind of caught my eye, which got me really excited, was the Alienware concept UFO. So if you're not familiar with this, it's supposed to be a handheld PC, like handheld PC console, so you can play PC games on the go, right? Which is so fire to me. Like, I mean, listen, if I can go and get in the bed or go sit on my couch and play Cooking Simulator or Planet Zoo and get stressed out there, opposed to being stressed out at my desk because my animals are dying or I'm not making enough money, I would love to do that. Just the concept of being able to play your PC games from Steam or Epic or wherever you get your games from on the go or not confined to your desk, dope. Now apparently the specs of this is it's supposed to be an 8-inch screen. I think the resolution was like 1900 by 1200, which obviously well, first of all, which I think is a decent size compared to the Switch, because obviously look at it, it looks like a Switch. Even the side handles, the handles of the game come off. Let's see if I can find a picture. There we go. So the handles come off to where you can turn it into a controller like the Switch. So it's pretty much they call it, I think CNET called it the Switch Thick. So, which I actually love that name. So yeah, you can take off the handles, you can take off the controllers off the side, and then you can hook it up to this middle piece, which is battery powered, and you can play the Switch on with the kickstand. So it comes with a kickstand as well. So I'm sorry, Switch, but the UFO. Obviously this isn't. They said that this wasn't up for market at the right now. Then they're not sure if they're gonna bring this to the table to be able to sell, which I assume that is gonna have to have a lot of power. And of course it is gonna cost a fucking arm and a leg. It's probably gonna be, it's probably going to like be a mortgage payment to get one of these. To be honest, I wish that I hope if they do bring it to market that they change the controllers. I don't like this right here on the controller. I don't like how boxy it is. And I seen some reviews of people who went to play with it, and they said that it was really uncomfortable to hold, which is kind of the same way with the Switch now. Like I had to go buy a grip because holding it itself by itself, how flat it is like really uncomfortable for the hands. For my hands at least, I have pretty big hands. But I mean, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. I really hope that something like this comes to market. I would just have to save up to grab it, but I mean, it's pretty dope. So that's the UFO. Now the third thing I want to talk about was let's see what it was. Oh yeah. So I wanted to kind of get into some what time are we on right now? Oh, only 13 minutes. Oh, that's not bad. So I kind of want to talk about this. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Lock and Key. Lock and Key, the comic. So it's a horror comic. It's a horror comic made by Joe Hill and illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. Sorry, hacked his name. Rodriguez. There is 6 volumes in his series, and they're about a change that. There is 6 volumes in the series about the Lock family who moves into an old mansion called the Key House after something tragic happens in the family, and there's these keys hidden within the house that opens up secret doors and transfers the person. Whoever opens the door kind of transfers the person in some kind of way. That's getting an adaptation on Netflix as movies. So I guess I think that it was announced back in like 2014 that they're going to come out the movies. So they're finally dropping the first movie. And it's coming out in February 7th. So I'm actually pretty excited. I read the first book. I read the first story in the series, and I enjoyed it. It's a horror series, so it makes me even more excited. Because I just love horror movies, and I mean, obviously, I know a lot of times that when you read a book or a comic, the movie adaptation doesn't turn out as well as what you read. But I mean, overall, I'm hyped for it, and I'm counting down my days to February 7th. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I want to try something new. This little like news and update thing is a little weird for me, but I mean, I like it. I enjoyed it. I mean, went over 3 topics. I want to kind of get some type of formula down where maybe I do a game. I talk about game news, talk about tech news, and then we can go into like even something TV, movie, or maybe like horror related. I really do enjoy horror, but it's definitely something that I want to continue keep up with. I haven't really came up with a name yet for it, but I want to do at least once a week, and along with other stuff as far as like gaming, and I still want to talk about pops, and pops that I collect. So I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Everything that I talked about and showed you on during this will be linked below, so there'll be links to the articles of Pokemon Direct, the expansion packs, the UFO concept from Alienware, and then also a link to the, if you're interested, the Lock and Key trailer, and also the books. So if you're interested in the books, those will be down there too. So everything, every time I do one of these episodes or shows or whatever you want to call it, the links will be down below, or the links will be down below in the description in case you want to read or view wherever I got my information from. All right, so I do appreciate you rocking with me. This is the end of the video, and until next time, take it easy. Deuces.